Hello guys, welcome once again. In this video I'm going to show you how to add charts or graph with your Visual Basic Windows Form application in connection with MySQL Database. Basically in this video I'm going to show you how to connect your chart controls in Visual Basic to your MySQL Database. So let's get started. First of all, I will go to my toolbox and I will search for the control called chart. So it's in this data tab, and I will drag and drop this chart control to my form here. I have already made a basic tutorial on chart control in my Visual Basic Windows Form application tutorial. So if you want to know how to use chart control, you can watch them in the another playlist called Visual Basic Tutorial. So search in my channel and you will find a tutorial on how to use chart with Visual Basic. So now I have this chart, and what next I'm going to take is I'm going to take a button and I will name it as load chart. Okay, and I'm also going to change the text of this button as load chart, and I'm also going to change the font size of this button so that we can see that we want to load the chart so we can see clearly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I will select my chart, and for example I want to plot a chart on name versus age chart, which is there in my database table. So I have names column in my data table called edata, and I have age column. And what I want to do is I want to see the plot or the chart for name versus age. So how can I plot a bar chart of name versus age? I will show you in this video. Okay, so let's get started. I will just double click this button. First of all I will select this chart, and first of all I need to give some name to my chart series. Right now by default you see here my series name is series 1, right? So I will select my chart and I will go to the properties, and I will select the property called series, and I will click this, and I will change the name of the series by going here, and I can change the name of the series as name versus age. So I will say name vs age for example, and I can change other properties like what kind of chart I want. I want column chart, or I want line chart, or other kind of chart. So right now I want column chart, so I will keep it as default. You can change other properties like background color, foreground color, and other properties like the border, and you can also set background picture to the graph also. So you can just play with these properties and see how this chart can be customized. Okay, so I will click OK, and you see here my series name is changed now. Okay, now what I need to do is I want to remember what series name I have given to my chart, and this I'm going to use it. And I also keep in mind that my chart name is chart1. Now in here I will just double click this button, and in here what I will do is first of all I need to make connection with the database, right? So what I will do here is I will copy and paste the skeleton which I have been showing you in many of the last videos, in which I make the connection with the database and I write the basic query and all. So I have copied and pasted this code here, and I will explain this code once again to you. So this is the connection instance of MySQL connection which I have declared above, and if you are following this video you already know what these dim MySQL connection as MySQL connection is, and what is this command instance or command variable is, which is an instant of MySQL command, right? So in this button click event of chart, I have MySQL con is equal to new MySQL connection, and then I have given the connection string which will help me to connect to my MySQL server. So I will write MySQL con dot connection string is equal to whatever my server credentials are, which is server is equal to localhost and my user ID for my server and password for my server and the database name of the database, right? And then I have declared MySQL data reader variable, which is dim reader as MySQL data reader, and then I have declared a try catch block here, right? So this try catch block I'm using to catch any exception while executing the query. Okay, so here I'm catching the exception, which is a MySQL exception, right? And finally, when my query is executed perfectly or it throws any exception, finally what I'm doing is I'm disposing my connection, so MySQL can be ready for the next connection. And finally I'm ending my try. So just add this try catch block, and in this try catch block my code starts from opening the connection to the database and ends with closing the connection to the database, right? So just write mycon.open, which opens the connection with the database, and mycon.close, which closes the connection with the database, and in between just write the code which executes a query and fetches the data and all stuff it does. So next I have declared a query string. So this query variable, which is a string, will contain my query which I sent to the MySQL database. So I will write query is equal to the query select star from database.edata. So database is my database name, you can see here, and edata is the table name. Okay, so this is the table name, and in the next line what I'm doing is I'm taking my command variable which I have already declared above, this command variable dim command as MySQL command, right? And then I'm writing command is equal to new MySQL command, and I'm passing my query here as a first argument, and as a second argument I'm passing MySQL connection variable, which is this one, right? And then I say a reader which will read my data which is coming from the database. So I'll say reader is equal to command dot execute reader, and then I will fetch my data using while loop one by one. So it will fetch row by row data, and this while loop, in this while loop I will uh, fetch my data and I will write some code which will load my data to the chart control, right? So just write while reader dot read and the while loop, and in between this while loop we will write a code to load age and name to the chart. So in between this while loop, just write chart. So write chart1, which is the name of my chart, dot series, and then I'm going to write the name of my series, right? Remember, I have given the name to my series as name versus age chart. So I will just copy the name of my series from here, which is name versus age, and I will paste it here in between double quotes, and then I will write dot points dot add xy, and in the bracket I will pass two arguments. First will be the x-axis data of the chart, and second argument will be the y-axis data. So I wanted to plot name versus age chart. So in the x-axis I want to assign name data, and on the y-axis I want to assign the age data, right? So how can I fetch the database or data from this column, which is name on the x-axis, and the data which is from age column on the y-axis, right? So in here I will write reader. Just copy this reader variable and paste it here, dot, not here, but I'll write dot here, dot get string, and in the bracket I will write the name of my name column, right? So the column I want to show on the x-axis, which is name. The column of my name is name itself, so just copy the title of the column and just paste it here, and as a second argument I want to add the age, right? So I will write reader dot get int 32, because age is the integer data type, right? So if you can see my declaration of the column age is my integer data type. That's why I'm writing here reader dot get int. Okay, and then I will give the name of my column age, which is the column name age, right? So if you can see here, the column name for the age column is age itself, right? So that's why I'm writing age here, and that's basically all. So you just need to write one extra line in your MySQL code skeleton to load the data for bar chart, which is a x versus y chart, you can say. Now I'm going to run my program, and I will give username and password, which is correct. And when I click this load chart button, my name versus age chart must be plotted in this chart control. So let's press this load chart button, and you can see the name versus age chart is here. So let's verify. So you can see here the ages are here and the names are here, but the problem is my chart is too big as compared to the size I have assigned to my chart, right? So what can I do is For now I'm going to make my form bigger so that it can show all the data in the chart. So I have made this chart little bit wider. Okay, okay, so now when I run the program, hopefully it shows all the data because my data is bigger. So you can see here it's showing the data, but still you are seeing that it's only picking some of the names and all the ages as the bars. And for example, I want to show all the names versus these bars. What can I do is I can go to my chart once again, and I will go to the property called chart area. So I will go to the property called chart area and just click this collection button here, and I will go to the property in here which is for, let me see, the interval property. I'm searching for the interval property. So first what I'm going to do is I will go to the property called access. So just select this access collection here and once again click this button, and in here I will search for the property called interval. By default this property is auto. Instead of auto, just make this as 1. This 1 means for every x uh, value you will have the y value. So you will see what I mean by giving 1 here. And what next you may want to do is the label style. So just select this label style and select this triangle button here and just set this angle as minus 90 degree. What this minus 90 degree will do is it will rotate your x-axis label to minus 90 degree. Now I will click OK and click OK once again, and when I run the program once again now, and when I load my x versus y axis chart, you can see all the names versus age correctly now. So your labels are vertically aligned now, and you can see all the labels one by one. You can also verify this name versus age chart with the database. So first name is John, you can see here, and the age is 27. You can see here it's on 27. Second name is Mark, which is this one, and the age is around 55, which you can see here. Third is EI, and the age is around 34, which is correct. So you can match the values, and you can see here all the values are correct here. So in this way you can load your chart with the database value using your Visual Basic Windows Form application. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.